Welcome to the IVM Podcast Network.
You're listening to TFG Cricket.
Hello guys, welcome to the brand new episode of TFG Cricket Podcast. My name is Nikhil and today we are starting off with a brand new series that is coming up, ODI. India versus England. We'll be previewing the series. It's a match in Pune. The first match is in Pune, second is in Cuttack, third is in Kolkata. We'll be starting off with Pune match. I think after 2013, Pune is hosting a ODI match. Australia played there. India versus Australia was there. Australia scored 300. India were bundled out on 238. So it's kind of a batting track. Vivek and CP are with me. Guys, your first thoughts on the series?
Okay. First thought, for sure it is going to be better than the India-New Zealand series.
Yeah.
Number two, India slight favourites, but my money is on England.
Okay. The World Cup thing is still going on with.
And look, why not, Nikhil? I mean, we have seen England dominating ODI and T20 cricket, and suddenly they have found 4 or 5 attacking players, you know. All these guys have come from NatWest T20 Blast and then playing in the Big Bash. Like we saw in the practice match, Sam Billings, there is Jason Roy, there is David Willey, there is Eoin Morgan. All these guys had a brilliant time in this year's Big Bash. Yeah. And so they will carry so much momentum coming into the series. They'll start. That's how they play. They play attacking cricket, and I think that is what will make the difference. When New Zealand were here, New Zealand were trying not to lose. When you play in that zone, you are eventually going to end up in trouble. With England, I think they will attack India, and India have to be prepared. India will know the conditions better. The spinners will come into play, but let me tell you, England will really push us hard. And I said this before, take out Virat Kohli from this team. We will lose this series convincingly.
Okay, we'll jump on to that point later. CP, but tell me, you have seen these warm-up matches. England won't be that much happy with the results, even though they have won one match. You know, it was such a tight game, but all Indian batsmen did do very well over there.
No, I think we need not even discuss the warm-up matches. The warm-up matches, if at all, had some interest and importance was because Dhoni just renounced his captaincy and he was playing, everyone said, last match as captain and all. I mean, otherwise it would have come and gone and nobody would bother. It happened to be in Bombay, and Bombay में यार क्या मरीन ड्राइव पे 4 ग्राउंड पे मैच रहता है, 1000 लोग ऐसे खड़े रह के खेलते हैं. Even if I play, there will be somebody to watch me. Okay, so it doesn't matter. So let's just get out of that. 2 things that Vivek said. One is about England's batting and India's bowling. These are the 2 key things which will define this series. And about Virat being a dominant factor, of course he is going to be a dominant factor, but I still think that the batting lineups of both teams are decent enough to give each other a fight, and that it's going to be very close. What can go against England is this thing. See, sometimes this whole thing about all 11 can bat, all 9 can bat, So what happens is everybody thinks that aage hai, batting hai, and before you know, you're in a hole of 150 for 5, and then you have 20 overs left. And probably the last 5 can't take you up to that 300 mark, which is essential to, even make a fight of any match. So here, I think this England's team, ideal for T20.
Yeah. Before
20 over hota hai, everybody gets 2 overs and that's enough. Everyone can come and get a strike rate of 150, 160 without any hassle. Aaya 4 chakka mara and one guy plays anchor and you're there. But 50 overs it's a little different in the sense that people have got the nuances of it now. In the sense that they like to hang around. They know the last 20 overs can be milked. Because now you bring in the T20 experience into a 50-over match. You can play the last 20 overs like you are, okay, now at the 30th over, where are we and what do we need to do in the next 20 overs? and that's where, of course, how much can we contain these batsmen? How good are our bowlers to contain these batsmen? And you have everybody is banking on these 20 overs from Ashwin and Jadeja.
Yeah.
Now that's going to be crucial, but there are other 30 overs, and whether even during the Test matches, it was said that the spinners will win the series for India, but the Pacers did decently well, and they gave enough breakthroughs for Jadeja and Ashwin to capitalize on. So it's going to be, it's a very close series, no doubt about it. But I would say 51-49 in favor of India.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a close series, and it's a big series from other point of view as well, that Virat Kohli will be captaining for the first time. Do you see, is there any difference? Will he go with 3 spinners?
He should. I'm not too sure whether he will. But Nikhil, look, there is going to be pressure, and Virat likes to be aggressive. A few days ago, we read Ravichandran Ashwin's interview. He said MS Dhoni was a brilliant communicator, and he is still going to be the on-field captain. When you're talking about being an on-field captain, he's the wicket keeper. He's probably going to control things. Yes, Virat Kohli is our skipper on paper, but surely you will see Virat running to MS at every given opportunity. And that's where, talk about spinners. I think Amit Mishra shouldn't be benched. He should be played for 2 reasons. One is he's, in my opinion, the best bowling form of his life. Number 2, England don't play leg spinners well.
Okay.
They don't play leg spinners well at all. And I think many times Ravichandran Ashwin and Ravindra Jadeja, these guys can become predictable. I don't think Amit Mishra is predictable. And sometimes I feel, like CP pointed out, you have some of the best strikers in the England camp. So when you have Alex Hales, Jason Roy, Ben Stokes, Eoin Morgan going all guns blazing, you need somebody to stem the flow of runs. Okay. And how can you do that? Not by bowling dot balls, only by picking wickets. Because why is England different from any other team? Or why is Australia different? Because even if they are 50 for 5, 120 for 6, they will continue to play attacking cricket. And the only way you can contain them is by picking up wickets.
Okay.
How does India pick wickets? Not by introducing Bhuvneshwar Kumar, Umesh Yadav, Hardik Pandya or anybody else. You will only contain England batsmen by introducing Jadeja and Ashwin. I say attack England with both these spinners in the power play. Can Mishra bowl in the power play? No. Ashwin and Jadeja have the experience. They have done it in T20s, in IPL, in one-dayers also. So attack them, because the ball is going to skid onto the bat. It's not going to be easy, and Jadeja's arm ball, Ashwin's dusra, teesra, whatever you want to call it, is very deceptive. And that's where I feel when we had this discussion, okay, 20 overs gone out of the window. What do you do? 30 overs. Because from 20 to 50 or from 20 to 40, you are in that rebuilding phase. When you're going to milk runs, bad ball comes your way, you're going to dispatch it. And that's where I think you have to introduce Amit Mishra, because he will further tighten the screws.
Okay.
Ravindra Jadeja and Ashwin might bowl 10 good overs, Nikhil. England 50 for 3, 50 for 4. Then suddenly you have Hardik, you have Umesh Yadav and Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Suddenly the pressure is released. Don't do it. That's where I think Amit Mishra has to get a look.
CP, you're looking at any changes in the captaincy? Virat is for the first time.
There's nothing changing. They have played together. They know each other. The team is the same. There's no big difference. The only point is the strategy that is going to be before you get onto the field, which is this. Do you play 3 spinners or do you not? I think that's going to be key, and I agree with Vivek on that. You need to go in with a good bowling attack, because that's going to be the difference. And what 6 batsmen can't do, 7 can't do. Okay, if you have top 6 guys going out and putting up your score or chasing your score, you need to give 5 bowlers. And now with Ashwin and Jadeja being all-rounders, so you actually are going in with only 3 or 4, 3 maximum full-time bowlers. And now you need to decide, okay, it's not even a calculated guess. It's a very simple thing that they like the ball to come onto the bat, and you need to slow things down. And how do you do that? You get a specialist in. You can't expect Yuvraj to bowl 2 overs, or if Raina was there to give him 3 that's not the way you do it. You go out and attack. You reduce, you give, if they're chasing, make it difficult for them. If they're building a score, get the wickets in so that they have to slow down. I think that's going to be the key. And knowing Virat, Kumble, and even Dhoni, I think it's going to be 3 spinners, and it's going to be Amit on the 11.
Carrying this point forward, I think that's where Virat is different from MS Dhoni. Many a times in the past, yes, he's been our best captain in limited overs cricket, but he let the game meander along. Okay. Too many times. When the opposition attacked us, he was looking for options. You can't blame him because you don't have the bowlers,
options,
right?
Yeah.
Virat, I think he'll keep challenging. He'll keep trying. He's not somebody who will say, okay, 10 overs, 60 for no loss. Where do I go? What do I do? He's going to shuffle. He's going to rotate. Sure, he will get assistance from MS Dhoni. But he's a very quick learner, Nikhil. We might go down in the first ODI. We might go down in the second ODI as well. But you have to plot. I mean, this is for the future. Virat will learn. This series, we might lose this. And in the next 20-25 days, people will even forget what happened. But I think this is a process. And it has to start now. Because how many bowlers you play, how do you approach the game? Because the game has evolved. We are going to get more, the batsmen are only getting stronger, more innovative. The way Eoin Morgan played in the Big Bash, he's a very unorthodox cricketer, and he can unsettle the spinners. That's where. And somebody like a Ben Stokes. Then you have Josh Butler, Johnny Bairstow. Boss, these
taking
guys.
Up on this point, you mentioned this before also, like players like Sam Billing, Jason Roy, David Willey, Eoin Morgan have played in Big Bash. But Vivek, if you remember, today morning, even Australia went up with the same kind of, they picked in Chris Lynn, they picked in Maxwell, and we saw they were 80 for 5. So is this mentality good enough to pick players who are playing the recent T20 leagues and then form it and push them into a ODI squad?
It's good. It's a very good strategy because at the end of the day you have to attack. But the approach of in this case Chris Lynn was not right at all, because yes, he was hitting every ball. Every ball was being deposited into the stands, clean hits. But you have to be selective also, Nikhil. And that's where I think England batsmen are smarter. We saw them how they played in the T20 in India. Yes, they can go bonkers from ball one, but they know how to adjust as well. And that's where I think the solidity that obviously Joe Root is not going to be playing the first one day.
Yes.
But Johnny Bairstow, Josh Butler. You talk about Moeen Ali. Moeen Ali is a serious dark horse, man. We saw the way he batted in the test matches. And he is an anchor. Suddenly, if Roy, Hales and Butler, they are gone, you still have these guys to, resurrect the innings. So that's where I feel England have more balance. England have more firepower than India. CP mentioned about India's batting lineup. I think barring Virat Kohli and MS Dhoni, we don't know. Everybody else is waiting. Will I play? I don't know. Ajinkya Rahane is a classic example. Yuvraj Singh, Manish Pandey, all these guys are unsure about their position. And so is the case with Shikhar Dhawan. So when you're number one battling for plays, you're trying to get runs. It's not easy. And that's where I think when you're playing for a selfish cause, it can backfire.
Okay, that's actually my question. The opening stance for India. Do you think Ajinkya Rahane will get a place?
See, when you have 5-6 players and when all are equally good and equally in bad form, so it's going to be a difficult thing. I think that's where India has always struggled, even in the past, where nobody is sure of their place, except for always there's 4-5 players who are always sure that they will fit into the 11. I think probably a Virat, and now with Kumble, that's what they should do. I mean, tell players that this is the playing 11 for the next 3 ODIs. Whatever happens, it's just 3 ODIs. You can't say Rahane, okay, अभी Rahane warm up में 90 बनाया, ठीक है, उसको पहला ODI खेलेगा, अच्छा flop हो गया तो next में we'll try. It can't be. It's 3 ODIs. You say this is the playing 11 unless an injury happens. This is my playing 11 for this 3 ODIs. And then you watch everybody. They know this. I have 3 matches to prove myself. It doesn't matter if I flop in the first and nobody is going out there to flop. They all want to make runs, but they go with a certain confidence knowing that, okay, I can play not a rash stroke, but I can take some chances once in a while. I don't have to bog down the scoring because I need to see that I cross a 50 at least. It doesn't matter if it's at a strike rate of 83, but I need to get there. So I think that is one thing we need to do, and give that confidence to the playing 11 that guys, you are there for the next 3 matches. And this is what it is going to be. Unlike in England or wherever, where the players are very confident about how their selection will be done, and they are fighting for place, but at the same time there is a certain sense of surety about where they will be and how they will be played. In India, the media plays a big role, and then comes the selection committee. So somewhere we need to put a stop to, and I think this is a good time to start.
Okay. In fact, that's a major point when you consider position 5 and 6.
Good time to start. I'm not too sure if it was a good time to start. Yuvraj wouldn't have been in this team. I mean, I don't know.
What a special case. We can discuss that. I think Yuvraj. I think this is his final.
He shouldn't have been in this setup at all. I mean, why? Yes, he scored some runs in Ranji Trophy, but so is the case with Suresh Raina. Nikhil, I explained why this carries no logic. Why no Raina and why Yuvraj? Apple to apple. What is and Raina was a part of the New Zealand ODI squad. But because he was unwell, he couldn't play. Suddenly you're telling me that, Raina no longer deserves a place in the ODI team. And what was the explanation? People said, we'll first see, this is MSK Prasad, he said, I'll first see how Raina performs in the T20s. Based on that, we'll see what is to be done in the ODIs. Is that a logical explanation, CP? Not in my book. I don't know.
So what do you think of Yuvraj? Will he be a part of the playing?
Straight away tell him nahi chance milne wala. I mean, this is my personal opinion. I'll tell you. Like CP said, this is the playing 11. That will not happen.
No. I would say he has been taken. See, somewhere we are a different country and we think differently. Okay, so Yuvraj has this whole legacy behind him and all history behind it. So it's like that Gautam Gambhir story. और एक chance दे देते, टिक गया तो ठीक है, let's go ahead with him. Then we can justify why he was taken. If he doesn't, just say, boss, we have done everything that we could. You are a great hero. You have been a great soldier. Fine, thank you so much. And this is it. So I think that
and
is
I think
what
the
is
wedding happened at the right time. People will know what I'm trying to say. Knocking on the right door. He's one of those guys who has always been knocking at the right door.
Okay.
Come on, you can't. Unfortunately, again, this is our problem. See, they have been great whenever they were in form. And absolutely. Otherwise, he wouldn't be here. So right now, there's some kind of leeway being given to him. Fine, we have to take it with a, ठीक है यार.
Someone will be on the bench. Someone potential will be on the bench.
Which means Manish Pandey or KL Rahul or even Kedar Jadhav could be benched. We don't know. And all this because why? Yes, Yuvraj, fantastic. He has given us World Cups, no question about that. But he averages 19 in the last T20. In the last 20 matches he has played in 50 over cricket. Please justify CP.
Pune track hai yaar.
Pune track hai. But again, jo practice match mein kiya, I mean, that's all forgotten.
Yeah.
The real test will be, if he gets a chance, will be against England.
Okay.
And like he said, 3 matches is all you have.
So
if you're good enough, capitalize. If not, somebody's always waiting.
So few concluding points. The track at Pune is pretty much a Pata pitch. Okay, it's a 300. England can chase.
Yeah.
Do India have that capability to stop them?
Only if Amit Mishra comes in.
I tell you can have a good laugh about it now. But we were laughing before the New Zealand series, and he proved a point. Okay. And this will happen, I think. Again, Virat Kohli has been very hesitant, very diffident also. He doesn't, I don't know, boss, captains make great leg spinners. Shane Warne has said this. please, he's got so much to offer to Indian cricket. I know he has only a year and a half or 2 years left, given his fitness. But make good use of his form and his variations, guile, intelligence. People feel Amit Mishra yeda hai. Yeda nahi hai. Yeda nahi hai. Somebody who can beat a good batsman on flight and everything. Boss, he knows what he's up to. So
I think. Forget about his love for Amit Mishra.
No, there's no love. I mean, because he's so crafty and he has won his game, so why not?
No, he wouldn't be in the reckoning if he hadn't won his games and he wasn't good. So, I think the key thing is, whether it's Amit Mishra or somebody else, the key thing is to go with your best bowling attack. And, that's the only way you can win this match, because you can't outbat the opposition. Neither can England outbat India or India outbat England. The whole thing is the guy chasing knows that he has to chase a particular score, and 300, 350, 400, everything is being chased nowadays.
Yeah.
It's not a big task. Do you have the firepower to stop that chase? So that's where India will need to field a good bowling attack, because England is going to depend on their batting prowess, and that's what
England will also be hopeful. England will also depend on the wobbly middle order, because India, like I said, Virat Kohli, take out Virat Kohli. Let's say England put on 330. Can India chase 331? I don't think so. Take out Virat Kohli.
No, with Ajinkya, Dhoni and Virat, they'll chase.
Take out Virat Kohli. MS is also, we'll still... yes, MS can do it.
Yes.
But
so that's
we saw against New Zealand how the middle order can
you're
crumble.
plotting the cards saying that England will win, or us hisab se tum explanation.
See, the thing is, India can chase 350 also, because you just need two people to do the job.
And then once again Dhoni fails, everybody will be, see, we told you, Dhoni can't finish. And very easily,
Vivek,
conveniently.
Final comments.
Well, CP, I think, summed it up very nicely. 51-49 in India's favor. मैं उसका reverse करता हूँ.
Okay, CP, no route in England. Do you think India has a chance tomorrow?
Nothing. That is immaterial. Look at the bench strength. One route innings is not going to change. No Virat in India is also probably could change, but not in an ODI.
Will change.
Not in an ODI match. I can assure you that.
Okay, guys. You can read more articles related to India versus England on our website, thefangarage.com. You can follow us on Twitter and Facebook at The Fan Garage. You can listen to our podcast on Indusworks Media, Audio Boom, iTunes, and all other podcasting platforms. Do subscribe us on YouTube, like, comment, and share. Thank you.
150 from Dhoni tomorrow. Day after.
Bye-bye, guys.
Our podcasts bring all the boys to the yard, and damn right, they're better than yours. But you don't need to stand outside in the yard. Just follow IVM Podcasts on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We might be on Tinder too. Just go ahead and swipe right.